What are the 5 best meals you can eat throughout the day to help burn belly fat and get rid of love handles? You will find out on this video, so stick around. Let's not waste any time and dive right in. At the beginning of my fitness journey, I didn't have the knowledge I'm about to share with you, which made my transformation take longer than it could have. I started learning from a couple of doctors specializing in fitness, wellness, and longevity. After seeing the first satisfying results, I felt inspired to share my journey with the hope that it can help someone watching or listening today. In this video, we will take a closer look at 5 daily meals that can support your journey to burn fat. My goal with these videos is to help you achieve results faster by sharing all the information I have worked hard to gather, saving you time I spent in research. Before we jump in, let me introduce myself. My name is Margherita, I am Italian, and I hope you'll enjoy listening to my English, even if it's not perfect. Just a quick note. I'm not a doctor, a dietitian, or a nutritionist. What I talk about is not medicine, it's about food, especially what you buy at the grocery store and put on your plate every day. Because here is the thing, we all eat and most of us cook, but doing it consciously, keeping your goals in mind, can make a huge difference compared to cooking and eating without a plan or following the wrong principles. So, what should you be putting on your plate to burn belly fat and get rid of love handles? Let's find out together. In this video, I'm going to show you how to do it all on your own with 5 simple, easy and delicious meals that you will love. I truly believe that the key to seeing results with your fitness is finding a method that is easy, repeatable and fun. And that's exactly what I want to share with you today. In the next video, we are going to talk about when to eat, but today we are focusing on what to put on your plate. It's really simple, easy to make dishes, actions you can repeat without stress, and most importantly, an approach that becomes almost like a game that leads to incredible results. Think of it like this, it becomes a challenge with yourself. Deciding exactly when to eat each meal instead of leaving it to chance. Consciously choosing what you put in your cart and on your plate, rather than letting supermarket marketing guide you. Testing different foods to find out which ones work best for your body, and then watching your body change and improve. For me, it's exciting and fun, and I hope it becomes that way for you too. The amazing thing is that the foods we are going to talk about today won't just impact us in terms of fat loss, which is an awesome side effect. They'll completely change your energy levels, how you feel, and the way you experience your days. You'll be on your way to becoming the best version of yourself. Jane, Mary, Susan, whatever your name is, watch me right now. This is what I want you for you. To know that you can become the best version of yourself in an easy, fun way, with lasting effects. No more yo-yo dieting, because we are not talking about diets here. We are talking about building a new you, exactly how you want to be. If you have tried so many things in the past that didn't work, give yourself a chance. You don't need to buy anything or do anything strange. Just watch a few videos. Start by watching this one all the way through, and then I recommend checking out the upcoming videos to learn when to eat the meals we are talking about today and to dive deeper into the subject. If you find my content useful, share it with anyone who might benefit from it. The more of us there are, the more fun the journey to a flat belly and a fit body will be. I say journey because that's really what it is. Before we dive into the meals, it's important to know that in order to make them work for you, you need to set a goal. You need a destination. The system you use, the meals and when to eat them, is the vehicle that will get you there. Don't skip this step and rush straight to the kitchen. It's more important than it might seem. You can set your goals in many different ways, and I have videos on the channel that go into details about this. But for now, let me tell you what I did, and it worked for me. I used a scale that tracks body fat percentage, visceral fat, and muscle mass. I wrote down my starting numbers, set a goal that wasn't too ambitious, and started tracking my progress every day. It only takes a minute, but when you see your body fat percentage going down, it's such a rewarding feeling. And from there, you'll set even more ambitious goals because it feels so good that you won't want to stop. Now, as we talked about in other videos, to burn fat, we need to create a calorie deficit. In other words, we need to eat fewer calories than our bodies burns. This is where the choice of food comes into play, because you can either reduce the quantity of what you eat or choose foods that are lower in calories. Opt for whole grains instead of refined ones. Eat plenty fruits and veg, focus on proteins, and get a good amount of healthy fats, etc. A lot of people ask me if it's not enough to just move more to lose fat. If you want to use physical activity to create a calorie deficit, I strongly recommend doing it with the help of an expert, because too much exercise can make you extremely hungry, and without proper guidance, it can be hard to see results. At least that's been my experience. Now, I use moderate and controlled physical activity to shape and tone my body. Others tell me that eating less is enough to lose weight. Sure, but that's easier said than done. Otherwise, those people would already be slim and fit. I don't think anyone likes feeling hungry. I know I certainly don't. So, why do it when I can just change the foods I eat and still get the same, if not better results? But let's get back to the point. Write down your current numbers and starting point, because this is important, and then start consciously deciding what to put on your plate based on what we will talk about shortly. I know everyone watching this video knows exactly how much money they have in their bank account. If we didn't keep track, we end up broke. It's the same with food. If you are out of shape, it's because you haven't kept track of what you're putting in your cart and on your plate every day, and how it's impacting your body. Now you know, and just this awareness will bring you your first huge results. I want to take a moment to say something else. Be consistent and steady, and pay attention to what you drink too. Starbucks drinks, Coca-Cola, all these are calories, even if they don't seem like it, and they are definitely not healthy. Also, remember that monitoring and conscious choices don't just work from Monday to Friday. You can't say, "Hey, I'll have some drinks and eat junk food over the weekend," because that just brings you back to square one. Be consistent and create your own system. I've spent a little extra time on this, but I think it's really important to get these foundations right. Now I'm going to show you how to create these 5 meals, since you now have a goal and you know how to track your progress. So, here are the guidelines to follow to create meals that will make a difference for your waistline. I want to share with you the logic behind the food I choose and why, so you can easily follow it in a way that's repeatable and enjoyable. This is a really simple plan that's easy to stick to, and you'll love doing it because there's so much flavor and you don't have to sacrifice quantity. First, we need to talk about foods that promote fullness. Fullness simply means feeling full. So, we are talking about foods that make you feel satisfied. As I mentioned earlier, for me, feeling full is a must. I couldn't stick to something long-term if it left me hungry. There is a 1995 study that compared 38 different foods, each providing about 280 calories, and participants had to rate which foods made them feel the fullest. It resulted in an amazing graph comparing all these different foods. It included baked goods, snacks, breakfast cereals, protein-rich foods, carb-based foods, and fruits. I won't go into the study in detail, but if you're interested, you can find it online. But let's talk about what's interesting for us. Let's go through the list. For baked goods, crackers were the most satiating. They made people feel fuller compared to cookies, donuts, cake, croissants, and white bread. This was back in 1995. Today, we have rice cakes, which are considered crackers, and so rice cakes are definitely something you should have at home in case you get hungry. So, let's add them to our shopping list. Next, we have snacks, and it turns out that popcorn is incredible. When compared to gummy candies, chips, and yogurt, popcorn will make you feel the fullest, an amazing snack to have. I make them in the microwave in seconds with a handful of seeds and a little water, no fats or unhealthy ingredients. For breakfast, porridge is at the top of the list, and it's made from oats, which is one of my favorite foods. It's highly versatile because you can add fruit, yogurt, dried fruit, or even veggies and protein for a savory dish. What's surprising about oats is that they have a lower glycemic index compared to regular breakfast cereals. You can make a delicious porridge and get almost double the fullness from oats compared to other cereals. So, oats are definitely something to keep on your shopping list because you eat less, feel fuller, and it won't make you gain weight like other cereals do. Next, we have protein-rich foods, and fish comes in as the second most satiating food. So, adding salmon or cod to your shopping list for a flatter belly is a great idea. Then, there are carb-based food, with potatoes topping the list. This might seem a bit counterintuitive, right? Many people think carbs are bad and make you gain weight, thanks to the misinformation spread by popular diets. While it's true that we tend to eat too many of the foods we love, which are often high in carbs, this isn't true for everything. Potatoes are definitely something to keep in your cart. And finally, there's fruit. When compared to white bread, apples and oranges were found to be the most satiating, so be sure to add apples and oranges to your shopping list. Now, you have built your first draft of your shopping list. Let's move on to the second group of foods we want to include, which are high-volume foods. Imagine your stomach like a bag, and you want it to feel full because when it feels empty, it sends a signal to your brain saying, "Hey, we need to eat." To manage fullness better, you can choose foods that are low in calories but really fill your stomach, like I mentioned before. I'll tell you my favorites in order of calories per 100 grams, starting from the lowest: watermelon, strawberries, blueberries, and pineapple. If you love apples, choose those. 1 or 2 apples a day make a great snack. And then there are vegetables. Promise me you'll stick around until the end of the video, because I'll share my recipes with you and show you how to mix and match this food to create at least 5 meals. So, for vegetables, you have pumpkin, zucchini, and mixed greens. One meal you can easily make with that we have discussed so far is a soup, a delicious pumpkin and potato puree, or a zucchini and potato puree, or even a little vegetable minestrone with oats or potatoes, pumpkin, zucchini, and other delicious veggies and beans. Obviously, these foods, aside from benefiting your weight, are also packed with minerals and vitamins. Then we move on to proteins. Eat more protein. Protein can boost your metabolism because your body requires more energy to break down proteins than it does carbs or fats. Fats are actually the least taxing on the body, which is why they are absorbed so easily and why we gain weight so easily. But when it comes to protein, your body burns more calories trying to break it down and absorb it, so this helps burn a bit of fat. Additionally, protein is needed to build muscle, which definitely helps our goal of having a toned, flat stomach, maybe even some muscles showing. Of course, consult your doctor to assess how much protein per kilogram of body weight is right for you, especially if you have a liver or kidney issue. Here are 10 amazing protein sources you can choose from: milk, eggs, especially egg whites, chicken breasts, lean beef, fish, Greek yogurt, quinoa, lentils, soy, and cottage cheese. Personally, I prefer plant-based protein sources like lentils, beans, chickpeas, and quinoa, followed by Greek yogurt, cottage cheese, and occasionally eggs. I eat fish once in a while and meat very, very rarely, but this is a personal choice. I want my diet to be primarily plant-based. So, here we are. When you are building an easy, repeatable, and enjoyable meal, you want to prioritize foods that are high in satiety, high in volume, and low in calories. You also want your meals to be complete, so make sure you include a source of protein with every meal, as well as carbs and veggies. This will allow you to slowly start shedding fat, including around the belly and love handles. Now, here are the 5 fat-burning meals I recommend. For breakfast, I highly recommend oatmeal or porridge. It can also make a great evening snack, like a dessert after dinner. It's very versatile, so you can add the fruit you love, sweet, tasty and different every day to start your day off right, or indulge in a little sweetness at the end of the day by adding chopped nuts and dried fruit like raisin, mango or papaya. For lunch, try sliced pumpkin with boiled potatoes and a lean steak if you want meat. If not, you can opt for a slice of salmon, scrambled eggs or cottage cheese. For dinner, you can make a zucchini bolognese. It's fantastic! Using a spiralizer, you can make zucchini spaghetti. Carrot spaghetti is delicious too. And then make a great bolognese sauce with lean meat. But not only that, you can make a vegetarian bolognese with vegetables instead of meat, or even a tuna sauce. You can also make a carbonara with eggs and turkey bacon. As always, in the kitchen, the sky is the limit. Once you know the criteria to follow and what to choose or avoid to achieve your goal, it becomes really easy and fun. And finally, snacks. For snacks, you can't go wrong with Greek yogurt or popcorn. Of course, you can enrich the yogurt with fresh or dried fruit and nuts or seeds. Sometimes I even use it for lunch, mixed with oatmeal porridge and some cooked vegetables, like a mix of corn, zucchini, and carrots or pumpkin. Well, I think we are done. These are the 5 meals for a day with plenty of options for variations. One final tip before I say goodbye. Feel free to pause the video from time to time to take notes on both the shopping list and how to structure your 5 meals. You may have noticed I didn't talk about portion sizes, but about ingredients and recipes. Eat until you feel full, and you'll see the results coming without deprivation, because it's all very different from what you've done so far. I really hope you enjoyed and found this video useful. Let me know what you think in the comments below, where you can also leave questions, and I always try to respond. If you are interested in this topic, subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the next videos. And if you know someone who could benefit from this video, please share it. Thanks for staying with me until the end, and I'll see you in the next video. Ciao ciao!